Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? It's Avery Alexander Hadley, but it does not matter who I am. Uh, as long as God gets the glory out of my life, that's all that matters. I just want to thank God, the Most High. All praise, glory, and honor goes to the Most High. Truly, right? I'm thankful to make it into this New Year's 2022. Uh, you know, I'm thankful because a lot of people died before this new year came in. There's a lot of people that are going through a lot of different things, whether it's mentally, psychologically, financially, just in different aspects in school and in cases and all different things going on in the world. So for God to be keeping me and providing for me, it's a blessing. I know that there's greater ahead in terms of the expected hope, right? I see this world is getting darker. This world is, man, it is becoming, how do I say, lawless. It's becoming lawless. It's becoming very wicked. uh, it's getting colder and darker. The hearts of many are waxing cold. And that's not the whole thing I want to talk about today, and I don't want to be long, but I just want to talk about a couple things. I actually got it written down. You know, it's actually crypto, blockchain, NFTs, and MetaVerse. Right. These things are things that have been in the works. These are things that people have constructed and designed and thought of, and it's become manifest, and it's become something that's tangible in a sense, but digitally. Like it's something where it was somebody starting the mind, sort of like Stan Lee with Spider-Man, or Walt Disney with Disney World and Mickey Mouse and stuff. It was a thought in the mind, and now it's become tangible. Sort of like the internet in the 90s, right? In the early 2000s. This is what the shift is going on right now. We saw a rise in Bitcoin in like 2017, but in like 2010 it was so cheap, super cheap, dirt cheap, right? But really, not blockchain. Crypto's been around for a long time. You look at um, The Simpsons. In one of the first episodes, it talks about, or it shows a crypto barn, right? It shows a crypto barn. Um, you know, so I'm not gonna get too deep into these things, but I wanted to say, do your research on what is crypto. Get familiar on XRP, uh, ledgers and transactions and Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Uh, get familiar on like Fedge token and Safe Moon and so many different things. Like some of these coins are crap coins. Some of these coins are, you know, pump and dumps. Some of these things are the future as we know it. Blockchain is it's a centralized. It's like transactions without the bank, without it's decentralized. It's seeing all the transactions, right, and it's security in it, but it's like a bunch of illegal activity going on. You can have people that are drug lords sending off millions or billions at a time through Bitcoin. um you know, they got places where you could buy Bitcoin at the gas station, or at stores, at a bit stop. We're coming into the times of this game. There's a game called Cyberpunk, and I think the one that played on the Matrix, which is a movie similar to what they're pushing now with this metaverse. How you can, be in a whole different world when you have your mind plugged up to certain things. There's what's his name, Keanu Reeves. Like that man. Hey, he play a John Wick good, but not promoting violence, not condoning violence, but he played John Wick. Like, and, man, got his dog killed him, shot up stuff. But point is, um, this game Cyberpunk 2077. There's a bunch of illegal activity going on, drug activity going on, selling of drugs and riding around as robots and stuff. It's coming to the time where it's like I Robot or that robot movie with Will Smith. It's coming to the time. People don't think it's coming to that time, but they've been gearing you up for it. You look at what's it called? Stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. You know, they got, a bunch of stuff going on. You look at what's another movie? Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, The Watchers. They got an Indiana Jones movie where there's an alien towards the end of the movie and it takes off in a UFO. You look at I don't want to go ahead of myself, but The Simpsons, right? The Simpsons. If you just watch The Simpsons, if you have watched The Simpsons, if you've been keeping up with the seasons of The Simpsons, they literally subliminally tell you everything that's been going on. It's like a prophet, not a prophet, I wouldn't say, but a person, a whistleblower, or some type of person giving subliminals throughout The Simpsons. Watch the seasons of The Simpsons, like they tell you what's going on, what's about to happen. Lisa, in one of the Simpsons things, she goes into, there's a computer on a desk, and Lisa's grown in that episode, and she has a daughter, and her daughter's connected to a laptop by a wire in her brain, and she plugs in the wire to the computer and then plugs it into her brain, and she's in a whole different universe, a whole different galaxy, or some type of digital reality, and there's people flying across places. You could go search up Google, you could enter indoors and enter outdoors, and it's a bunch of stuff going on, sort of like MetaVerse. In MetaVerse they got people getting married. In MetaVerse they're hosting parties. And there's a bunch of stuff going on. MetaVerse reminds me of Roblox. It reminds me of Pop Tropica. It reminds me of Wii Avatar, Xbox Avatar, 2K My Career, The Sims. It's a lot going on right now. And I don't think people realize that they've been pushing this. Ever since they went from radio to television, it's been you looking at a screen constantly. You looking at a screen constantly, right? And they're implementing these movies and these television shows and these animated shows constantly to you, putting it into your subconscious, putting it into your subconscious, putting it into your subconscious. And, you gotta watch, man, because, this social media, I've been off of social media from posting, like, for a while now, and it's just, I'm seeing what's really good with it. People are like addicted to it. People it's like they're glued to a phone. I've been places where I've been away from my phone for a week, and then when I picked up my phone, it felt like felt big in my hand. You feel me? And I think people are losing touch with reality, right? People are losing touch with reality. They're becoming lovers of self. There's false realities and facades and competition and trying to one up another female or another dude, and posting seductive pictures and trying to sell your body and prostitute your body online. It's a bunch of stuff going on, man. And if you've watched Black Mirror season 1 episode 2, I watched that a couple months ago at my auntie's house, and I didn't realize I've watched Black Mirror 1 episode when I was younger, right? A couple years ago, and it was It was about a dude and his friend playing a video game, right? And they put that little thing to their head, and they were playing the video game, and they went from fighting like it was Tekken or something, or like Mortal Kombat or something like that, to they had a sense and they started touching on each other and feeling on each other in this virtual reality game, which is perversion. Not to mention that this dude that was playing with his friend had a wife. They were coworkers or friends or whatever. They had a wife. He had a wife, and he would go off into playing this video game with this dude, and the dude was like, "Man, it just feels so good, bro. You know what I'm saying?" And it's like it's dipping into homosexuality, perversion. All right, it's dipping into you know, porn, right? Which is desensitizing. It's not real. And these people, at the end, towards the end, him and his wife made a deal where, oh, you could go play the game with your friend, but I'm gonna go sleep. She was gonna go sleep with some dude, which is adultery, and that's not what God has ordained for marriage. So it was just a bunch of stuff going on in Black Mirror season 5, with Anthony Mackie playing that episode, and there's a bunch of stuff in Black Mirror season 1 episode 2 where they're running on treadmills or not treadmills. They're running on bicycles, and they're using that to earn merits, which is a form of currency for them. Where uh they buy food, they watch entertainment in their small little cubicle, right? And you could go. I think it's still on Netflix. I'm not sure, but they're in this small space. They have a bed, and they have like a four wall around them. Like, how do you go into a mirror house and they got mirrors all around? It's like screens all around them, and they watch people on TV, like TV show audiences where the real people. I'm trying to say this slow. I ain't trying to like confuse anybody, but you just need to go watch it because it looks like we characters watching an actual person, but it's real people sitting in a small space watching this person. They're booing this person, giving reviews, sort of, kind of how they've been doing with America's Got Talent and all this other stuff. And it's like it's a mixture of Hunger Games with the Black Mirror. So it's just like these people are putting this stuff in your face. They're constantly putting it in your face until it becomes a reality, right? People, they're trying to take away people's money and wealth. They're trying to put people in low tax brackets and make them poor, and the wealthy to get wealthy, and the rich to get rich, and the poor to stay poor, right? Because if you're poor and you can't afford a house and you don't have any land, and they buy this land up, where are they gonna put you? They got a place for you. I promise you, they have somewhere for you. It may not be where you want to be, but they have a place for you. And there's a way for you to mine currency. There's a way for you to mine currency with your body, with your brain. You don't think these people want to use your brain to make them money? And then in Revelation it talks about, let me slow down. Let me look at what I've covered, right? I've covered internet in the 90s and early 2000s to now versus crypto, blockchain, NFTs, MetaVerse. This MetaVerse stuff is similar to, this Wii Avatar and Sims, Pop Tropica, My Career, My Player kind of vibe, right? It's this, they got people that could transform it and look however they want to look on this and do shows and stuff and look like an avatar, literally. But they could look like creatures and stuff like that. It's perverted how these games are. It's real life perverted, and it's real life desensitizing, and it's real life. It's like they're prepping and training and equipping people to fall right into it. Like, yeah, this is the next wave. This is it, right? And a lot of people don't see how sick and perverted and far left and idolatrous this is. A lot of people won't see it. It's only for the remnant to see. I've covered crypto. Go look up crypto. What is crypto? What is the uses of crypto? What is blockchain? What are the uses of blockchain? NFTs, what are the uses of NFTs and MetaVerse, and but really it's about doubling down. It's about taking this a little bit serious about your relationship with the Most High, and what you're going to do in life, because there's a shift happening, and there's also time running out. So it's about redeeming the time while you're on this earth. It's about making good of the time you have on this earth. If you have one talent, are you multiplying that talent? Whatever it may be, um, whatever God has for you to do or say or speak. Are you doing that, and are you bringing souls into the kingdom? Are you showing the love of Christ? Are you telling the people about Jesus? Or are you being ashamed of Jesus? Are you denying Jesus? Are you a lover of this world? Are you in the world and of the world, or are you in the world but not of the world? Right. I've been looking at this thing, so I ain't been flowing how I just flow, trying to get everything that I've wanted to say out, but usually I do good just flowing, But I just wanted to make sure I don't miss anything. The Simpsons with Crypto Born. That's one of the first episodes. And then Lisa, also, she's grown and she's going to save her daughter in the computer digital realm. There's also an episode of Lisa as president, and funny enough, Trump was the president before Lisa became president, and she was wearing purple and pearls. But that's neither here or there. The movies that I suggest y'all watch or rethink or look over again is I, Robot, a Robot with Will Smith, Matrix that's came out already, and there's a Matrix coming out. Um, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, and they're called these Decepticons, right? There's in different religions they're called some type of archons or whatever. We call them demons, principalities, and stuff like that, but they're called Decepticons, right? There's a Marvel comic called the Archon. Y'all could go look that up, and they have certain powers and abilities. But these entities, these Decepticons, transform. If you never watched Transformers, they could transform into a vehicle, and then shift into some object of a human, not a human figure, stand like a human figure, and you know cut up stuff and shoot stuff, and it's crazy. But they were no. You just gotta watch the movie, and I pray that God gives you revelation when you watch it, and you're not just watching it from a dulled out lens that you just watching the movie. Like, pay attention to who the president was on the TV. Pay attention to what was going on the earth. Pay attention to where they were at, how they were trying to knock off the pyramids in Egypt and take out the sun. And then if you read the Bible, it talks about how the sun will not give its light; it will be darkened. And if you pay attention, Bill Gates had already talked about knocking the light out the sun. Right? So, while I look crazy, while you call me a conspiracy theorist, while you say that, the proof is all there. All this is all here. Right? There's a falling away that's happening. Many are becoming lovers of self. There's a lack of love. It's idolatry, sorcery, pride, perversion, and murder going on. We see it's getting wicked. Porn is desensitizing people a lot. There's pride going on. Pride, like, you're not, a lot of people not humble. A lot of people, acting like they're self-made, idolizing, putting things above God, your house, your 401k, your investment portfolio, your land, your real estate. People trusting into these things of the world, but a shaking is coming. I'm here to tell you. Murder, like I'm seeing in the rap community, it's just talking about sticks and Drakes and Glocks and nines and 380s and switches and just murder in a certain community. and it's being pushed on to us, whether to lock us up, to kill us, or to plant drugs on us, or to have our minds psychologically effed up, right? And people like, when I listen to that, it's like irking to me when I hear it, because it's like, you're not talking about nothing. You talking about death. You're not talking about life. You're not talking about influencing. You're not talking about impacting. You're not talking about cultivate. You're not talking about building. You're not talking about, mapping out, planning out expansion. You're talking about demolishing. You're talking about destruction. You're talking like your father, Satan, right? So, I covered season 5 of Black Mirror, Anthony Mackie. I've covered season 1, episode 2, Black Mirror. Cyberpunk 2077, I covered that. I've covered just about everything. I've said just about everything I want to say today. That God's leading me to say, to warn somebody, to get it right. That time's running out. That, you're going to either love God or love the world and be in your flesh. And you're either going to be a lover of God or a lover of pleasure. Romans 1:20. Right? If you choose to continue sinning and once you start losing that, what I'm doing is wrong, you need to hurry up and get it right. Because, if you're loving sin and you're refusing God, you're rejecting God, He'll give you over to a reprobate mind and a debased mind. He'll give you over to vile passion, to do what's unpleasing, to do what's wicked, to do what's lustful, to do what's not right. And you'll think you're in your right mind doing it. You'll think that everything's cool. Ain't nothing a problem. This is what it's made for. And in the word, it clearly says what's right and what's wrong. But you're ignoring it. Right? And this is just as much as warning for me as it is for anybody that watches this video. One person, 2 people, 100, 200, 1,000, 1,000,000, however many people watch this. I'm here to let you know. If one person gets saved, if one person gets redirected, it's for the glory of God. It's not about me. I promise you. I promise you. I need to get this out because it's like, I can't know this information and not warn somebody. I can't see what's going on and not warn somebody what's going on. I can't look at these banks and these institutions and these hedge funds, these corporations, these central banks. I can't look at them pump this money into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and all these Ripple, etc. I can't look at them pump money into these currencies and I'm seeing what's going on and I'm not warning nobody. I can't see how they stop ships from moving cargo and food, and they stop, they stop 18-wheelers from moving, and there's shortage, and there's famine. And when there's shortage and there's famine, there's outbreak and rage and mayhem. And there was mayhem and outbreak and rage, there's government lockdowns and authority. Right? And if, they can't get their people straight, they're weak. Other nations, they're weak. War and rumors of wars. All the things prophesied and talked about the Bible is coming together. Right? So what I need y'all to do is to repent. To ask God for forgiveness, to get it right. Ask Him to deliver you. Ask Him to save you. Ask Him for salvation. Ask God for strength to endure to the end. Ask God for eye salve. Ask God to buy from Him gold tried in the fire. Ask God to take up from Him white raiment. Ask God to give you a new name. Ask God to seal you. Ask God to change you. Ask God to cleanse you, to wash you, to purge you, to purify you, to cleanse you. That you have clean hands and a pure heart and pure mind, pure body, soul, spirit. That you're amongst that number, that great number that can't be counted. That's my thing. All this other stuff is irrelevant. All this other stuff doesn't matter. It's coming down the pike. Everybody's proclaiming peace, abundance, all this other stuff. But why they say peace and safety, peace and security, everything's well, all is well, and they talking about the wealth, and they're consumed with getting a new house and getting the G-Wagon, and then getting this, and then going here, going on our trip. Oh wait, our family trip's here. He can't come back yet. This, that, and the third. Oh, I want a family. Oh, I want to get married. Oh, I want to do this and that. God knows the desires of your heart, and he ain't putting that desire on your heart for no reason, but seek him first. Return back to your first love. Don't idolize these things. Don't idolize any of these things, because it's real, man. It's coming down the pike. Like, a lot of people think there's a lot of time, but I know what he's shown me, and I know what he's spoken to me. You could say I'm hallucinating. You could say I'm schizophrenic. You could say I have, whatever psychosis. You could say I'm having bits of mania. I'm frantic and this and that. You could say whatever you want to say. You could write whatever you want to write about me, etc. You can scoff me, mock me, etc. I don't care what you call me, because come that day, you will have no excuse if you haven't repented. If you've repented and you changed and you have a contrite heart and a humble heart, and you go to God and you confess your sins, and you're like the tax collector, admitting where you come up short and asking for change, that you're as the sick and you need a physician. That's different. But when you're like the Pharisee, Sadducee, and oh look, I'm not like this person. Oh, I ain't doing no wrong. And when you're, high and mighty, thinking you casting out devils and you casting out demons, thinking that you're healing the sick, thinking that you prophesying, thinking that you doing this and that and the third, and you're doing it for your own glory, or you're doing it in error, and you don't have no relationship with him, it's going to be hell to pay if y'all not right. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be hell to pay if y'all not right. If you didn't take heed to the word of God being shared and the warning being spread, it's going to be a price to pay. Because everybody's getting rewards, good or bad. Whether you like them or not, everybody's getting rewards. And your works will be tried by fire. The intentions of the heart will be looked at. The intentions of the heart will be looked at with everything you do, good and bad, done in the body. So, go all out for God. That's all I can say. Go all out for God. If nothing else, go all out for him. And ask that he gets the glory out of your life, and that he knows you, and that you know him, and that he remembers you. That he doesn't forget about you. Not that he remembers you, that he doesn't forget about you. That he doesn't claim you. That he doesn't say, I never knew you. Ask that you be written in the book of life. That your name is written in the Lamb's book of life. That your name's not blotted out. Ask these things. And ask that you don't just serve him with your lips or with your mouth, but with your life. And then implement. Because we all have free will and choice. So when that day comes and they force you to do it, or not force, they cause you to take these things because you said, oh well, I need my job, or oh well, I gotta eat, or oh well, I gotta feed my family. It makes sense. This is just the normal. This is what it has to be. And there's a deception coming. And it talks about how the serpent deceived them. And he deceived them by what? There's the sorceries, by pharmakia. Right? So we're coming into a great divide and a great separation from the wheat and the tare. From the wolves and the sheep. The remnant versus the abominable. The righteous and the wicked. You know, 2/3 destroyed, cut off, and perished. 1/3 saved, tried, put through the fire. God calls them His people, and He calls them, and they call Him His God. Call them their God. So, I love y'all. I said everything I need to say. Go look up crypto. Go look up blockchain. Go look up NFTs. Go look up MetaVerse. Go look up Black Mirror. Go watch Black Mirror. If you, let's say this, if you're gonna get triggered by something, be careful. Pray about what you watch. I'm gonna say that. Don't go watching anything. I'm gonna say that because you gotta watch your eye gates and your ear gates. So I don't want you to go watch any and everything. But Netflix, Black Mirror season 1, episode 2, and Black Mirror season 5, The Simpsons. Just watching The Simpsons. Or go on YouTube and look up Simpsons predictions. Then go back and read the book of the prophets, like the book of Joel, the book of Amos, the book of Hosea, right? The book of Revelation, the book of Ezekiel. There's a lot of books. Zechariah, Zephaniah, Haggai, Isaiah, Mark, Matthew, Luke, John. Matthew chapter 24. Yeah, I would say read the book of Enoch, but not everybody. The book of Enoch, Jasher, Jubilee. It talks about Jasher in what book? I think it might be Samuel. In the book of Samuel. But it talks about, it talks about the book of Jasher. It talks about how Enoch prophesied these things in the book of Jude. A good book to read is Obadiah. You see how these people trying to go to space, a certain group of people trying to go to space, a certain group of people trying to make their habitation in the stars. Pay attention. That's all I'm gonna say. Look up, for your redemption draws nigh. Saints, believers. The book of Daniel. Those who work righteousness are going to shine like the stars forever. When that rapture happens, the corruptible must put on the incorruptible. Brought up. Shooting up. Right, man. That horn blows like Ride Wave say on Soulfly. Gifted, talented artist. Awesome voice. When that soul, he prays his soul flies when that horn blows. I've heard the horns. He's let me hear the horns. How sensitive is your relationship with God? And I feel the pull to go deeper with God. I feel like I done read so many books, listened to so much stuff. This is not me harking up myself or hardying up myself. I boast in God. I don't boast of myself, but this is not me upping myself. I'm telling you, I feel the need to go deeper. I seriously feel the need to go deeper. So if you're in the world and you're watching this, you're listening to this, behold, I come and knock at the door. You gonna let him in and he's gonna sup with you? Is out of your belly gonna flow rivers of living water? Are you gonna be as a tree planted by many streams, living streams of water? It's serious, man. It's serious. He talks to them 7 churches. You seeing what he's saying to them 7 churches? It ain't no game. Only Philadelphia really good. Everybody else is giving a warning. Everybody else is giving a warning. Hey, I like what you're doing here, but fix this. This, that, and the third, but fix that. Repent. Return back to your first love. It's not a joke. Now's the time to dig in. Seek God while he may be found. Because it's about to get so dark. It's about to get so wicked. It's about to shake. It's about to shake. Everybody's talking about wealth transfer, this, that, and the third. Yes, people are dying. People are leaving houses. People are leaving insurance. Insurance policies and cars and stuff like that. Stuff's happening, right? But these life insurances where you can put 100,000 or $1 million up, and there's index annuities, the S&P 500, right, and all these other things. If that crashes, what you think's gonna happen to your money? You forgot about 1930, the Great Depression, when everything went crashing, when people was, if you went to school, they taught you about the Great Depression, how people was doing this and that. They was, think they was balling, right? Banks closed. No bank. There is no bank. Where's my money? You ain't got no money. The bank closed. So you talking down on the homeless person. You talking down on that person on the street struggling, and not look at you. One house payment, one car payment from being carless or being jobless because you're financing. Yeah. You're paying a mortgage. So you're one house payment, one car payment away. When a shutdown happens. Think about that. It's not out the realm of I'm not being negative, but it's not out the realm of possibility. Look at what's going on around the world. People think everything's A-okay. And back to me just talking about how they were stopping up ships and they were stopping up 18-wheelers. They have, I read something the other day where supposedly an 18-wheeler that was electronic or something like that drove without a trucker. These industries are changing. They have self-checkout. They have machines that clean the store without people. They have so much technology that they haven't shown people yet. That iRobot stuff's not a game. They got dogs that are robots. They have toys that are robotic. Have you, like I said, what is it? I'm gonna be off. That movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. That little blue thing with the little red thing on it that was blowing a whistle and killing people or whatever. He was having sex with a robot. Do you understand how perverse and wicked and far gone this world is? And what it's leading up to? As the days of Noah and Lot, they were marrying, giving in marriage, drinking, building houses. Everything was fine and dandy to them. There was no such thing as rain in the flood. What are you talking about? Is you dumb? How the New York dudes, is you dumb? Right? That's how they was talking hot. You know what I'm saying? Fire. Judgment. Is you dumb? Is you stupid? Ain't none of that happening. We living our best life. We're crossbreeding. There's a woman posing as a male having a baby, saying, and her wife is saying, my husband's having a baby. It's sick out here. It's freaking twisted. They got people identifying as they and them. That's demons, honey. Sis, bro. They, them. And shout out, what's it called? Trey Rags. This man is hilarious on TikTok. I don't mess with cancel culture. He cancels cancel culture. This man, there's one skit where it's kind of like not funny, but funny at the same time. But overall, this man told a person, he acted like they want to impersonate, that they were not impersonate, refer to themselves as they, and he was like, it's $9 and some change for this, but it's 18 for they, right? And, you know, not getting into it. I'm not even going into that. But it's getting real spooky out here. It's getting real days of Lot. Days of Noah and Lot out here. Sodom and Gomorrah. It's getting spooky. I don't want to be on here too much longer. I love y'all, man. God bless y'all. Truly. If anything, if you look up one of the out of crypto, blockchain, NFTs, and MetaVerse, get familiar with MetaVerse. Then start looking at stuff like check out season 1, episode 2 of Black Mirror. Look up MetaVerse, and then go watch the episode where Lisa goes to save her daughter on The Simpsons. That's all I'm gonna say. If I say nothing else, they have celebrities, rappers hosting parties in the metaverse. They got people paying $400,000 to be to live next to someone in the metaverse. It's getting spooky. That's all I'm trying to say, man. It's getting spooky. And people could be like, Avery, you tripping? Bro, you bugging. This is just the future, man. If you're not getting with the future, you're going to get left behind. You know, this is just like the internet, man. It just came, man. We're evolving as humans, and they trying to turn you to a robot, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They trying to turn people to robots. They're trying to mine currency with your brain, bro. Sis, imagine you're working, and it's like my dream about Bitcoin makes so much sense now. I didn't watch Black Mirror season 1, episode 2 before I had that dream about that Bitcoin dream. So it makes even more sense after I watched season 1, episode 2 of Black Mirror. It's finna get spooky. It's finna get wicked. And either you're going to take what they giving, or you're not going to bow, you're not going to submit, and you're going to get your head chopped off. Are you ready to be a martyr? It's not popular. It's not talked about much. All they talk about is prosperity and abundance, and blessed be the Lord, right? But they don't talk about the sacrifice. They don't talk about what comes with this. What if my head gets chopped off for not wanting to take that chip, or not wanting to take what they're giving me? What if they exclude me from society? And what if they tell me I have to get off of their premises, even if I own something? What if they tell me I have to get off? Are they going to kill me? Are they going to, terrorize me or whatever? Will you be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take what you're giving me. I understand what the protocols is. I'm being a bad member to society. I'm tripping. I'm being a bad member to society. I see what's going on here. You know, I'm supposed to take what you're giving me. I'm supposed to take that. I'm the reason why this is all going on, right? You know, my bad. I'm the reason why this is all going on. And there's people that done took 2 of these and still have died. There's people that are doubled up with that and still dead. They've caught it anyway. But I need to take what you're giving me. Knowing what you did to black people with the Tuskegee experiment. Knowing what you're doing to black people in Haiti and overseas, there's a certain group of people. Ain't for now. There's a certain group of people, though, trying to knock this skin color off. Been trying to do it. Can't do it. The remnant's Israel's gonna get saved, and y'all gonna get judged. And it's gonna be hell to pay. Do you hear me? People gonna get slaughtered. It's gonna be bloodshed. When Most High comes back, when he sends Jesus back, the Messiah, the King, ain't gonna be no back talk. Ain't nobody's gonna be lying before him. Did you do this? Did you do that? Have you repented? What are your works? Get from before me. Cast out in the darkness. People sold off and made captives. Right? I'm reading the Bible clearly. I've read the book of Enoch. There's going to be people cast to darkness. There's going to be bloodshed. There's going to be people made captives. And all who do not serve Israel will what? Perish. So, we're going to see a good shift go on. Because there's a certain group of people who have been oppressed. And we all know who's been oppressed. We all know who's been oppressed. We can say every nation has a group of people that are rich and poor, yes. But there's a certain group of people that we cannot ignore. We can no longer ignore it. We can no longer act like, oh, they're called black. You know, Judah's blackened to the ground. Their hair is described as woolly. We could keep playing this game all you want to, but when he comes back, a certain group of people they went through affliction. You know, the nations are gonna know, yeah, that's them that went through. Go read Ezekiel. Go read the books. The nations will say that's the group of people that went through. The remnant, though, not all of them. Though Israel be as the sand of the sea. Think about the sand of the sea. How much sand that is. Particles of sand. Only a remnant's going to be saved. A small portion. So, that's all I want to talk about. I know I talked about a lot. I probably talked some people's head off. I probably lost some people somewhere and they was like, okay, you're repeating yourself, or I don't want to hear this. You know, in the end, people will not give ear to sound doctrine. They'll give ear to ear-tickling messages. Messages that tickle their fancy. Oh, everyone in the world's going to be rich. Oh, really? That's why the Bible says the poor will always be among you? Okay. We see who's giving prophecy. True prophecy and false prophecy. False prophets and the people that's masqueraders of righteousness and these people that are, you know, everybody's going to be doing this. Everybody's a believer. Everybody's going to be casting out demons. No. He's not giving that mantle to everybody. They had a bunch of people that was following Jesus until he said, drink my blood. And they was like, oh no, this some Dracula stuff right here, my guy. I can't do that. Can't do that. No sir. No sirski. And they turned back. And then the 12 was okay. They was with him. They was questioning him and having lack of faith and doubt throughout, but they was with him until the time where he got taken. Right? So you may start off with many. That's another lesson in life. You may start off with many, but when that truth comes out and when it gets real and when it's time to walk this walk and talk this talk and move and go out and do the exploits, it won't be that many. Now you may save many. Many will operate in the gift, come under the anointing, but not everybody's this or not everybody's going to be doing that. The Spirit's going to be poured out on all flesh, and there's going to be prophesying happening. Right? When Saul got in the proximity, he was prophesying, and they was like, is Saul a prophet? So understand there's going to be a lot of things going on. There's going to be a lot of like false manifestations, fire falling from heaven. If it be possible, it was deceive the very elect. If it be possible. But you're elect. You know, you can't just be called, you have to be chosen. Because it says, many are called, but few will be chosen. Many are called, A lot of people are called to the plate. A lot of people are called up to bat. But not everybody's going to swing and hit a home run. Not everybody's going around touching all the bases and making it back. Some people are going to get to first base, get a ball hit at them and they going, right? And they see what's going on. They're not trying to steal any bases and get to the next place, and they're waiting on somebody else to make the move for them. I'm making an analogy. They're waiting for somebody to make the move for them, and they strike out. And now the possession's over, right? So you have to be, put it this way, you have to be making sure that you're touching all bases and you're making it back. You're walking this thing and you're finishing out and you're scoring for the kingdom. Make sure that you're touching all bases and you're scoring for the kingdom. When you go up on the bat, that you're trying to not only hit the ball, but swing it out of the park and get a home run and score for the kingdom and up the score for the kingdom. And shun and derail the kingdom of hell. Make sure that you're not just getting on base and then you're sitting. We have to be moving. We have to constantly go level to level. It's a game, like leapfrog. We hopping on log. Pause. We hopping on logs. We're trying to get across. We're trying to get to the other side. But it's not by works. Although you're going to do the works if you're a believer, it's not by works that we're saved. We can't be like, God, I did this, God, I did that, God, I did this. It's by our faith that we're saved. Remember that. It's by the grace that God has given by him bringing the Messiah down onto the earth for a chance to be for redemption, for us to be reconnected back to the Father, to have eternal life. Right? By grace through faith. And our faith, once that grace has been enabled, once Jesus has did that and now he's seated at the right hand of the Father, our faith now has to come into action. And faith is not just, oh, I believe in you, because belief is not just, oh, I know you're real. It's walking out these things, keeping the commandments. If you love me, you're going to keep my commandments. The 10 commandments: thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not be covetous, honor thy mother and father. All the 10 commandments, right? I had to look at them. Exodus, they're in Exodus, or Deuteronomy. And then love God and love others, right? The book of Matthew, Luke, John, Mark. It's books that I'm going to go read myself, and I'm going to start indulging in myself. I've dibbled and dabbled. I've heard the audiobooks. I've read some, but I need to go deeper because I need to understand. I need to get the revelation of what Jesus is saying to do, because what he's saying to do is what's going to get me. What he's saying to follow, how he's saying to act, how he's saying to walk, denying myself. Am I denying myself? Am I sacrificing? Am I saying no this for that? Or am I saying that I don't want this? Am I saying I choose you, God, and I deny my flesh? Or do I let my flesh live and I put God down? And I push him away? And I stray away from him? And I walk away from him? Do I turn my back from God? Ask for a contrite, repentant heart. For a heart of stone to be removed and for you to have a heart of flesh with his laws, statutes, and commandments written on them, that you do not turn from him, that you love God and reverence God. It's getting serious. Deny yourself. Do not turn back. Do not go back like the dog. Dogs, they'll vomit, walk away, and then go back and eat it. They'll go back to what's not good, to what's been vomited out, to what's been refused from the body. So if you start seeing judgment fall on these people and they're starting to get exposed and they're leaving the church and they're going into Satanism, they're going into that, don't dibble and dabble with those people. Pray for them, But don't, hey, I can't follow you. This is a straight and narrow walk. This is a straight and narrow walk, straight gate, straightforward. This is not a wide way. I can't, swerve. I don't have room to swerve with this. I don't have room to swerve with this. I took a long walk one day. I'm not going to get into the details of why I took that long walk that day, but I took a long walk, and there was times where it was narrow paths, and it was a very long walk, and I was staggering because I was dehydrated, right? I was staggering. He was like, straighten up. He was speaking to me. There was points where I had to walk in grass, but they had a narrow walkway, and he told me to walk on that narrow walk, and he made me think. This is not for me to play around and go into other things or to be led away by other doctrines, by other beliefs, ear-tickling messages, stuff that sounds good but isn't righteous. It's not the time for that. It's time for me to get it right. It's time for me to consecrate, sanctify, to separate myself and turn away from the world, turn my back, put my back towards the world and put my face towards God and get on my knees. And that should be for every believer, every true believer. I think I said enough. Deny yourself, pick up your cross and walk. Death to self, death to flesh. Death to self, death to flesh. If you turn back from the plow, you're not worthy. Any man that puts his hand to the plow, any man that starts the work, any man that, hey, God, you've touched me, you've spoken to me, I've had an encounter with you, I know that you're real, I serve you, I choose you, I'm walking with you, and you turn back and you say, you know what? I liked the toxicness back there. I think I'm going to just go ahead and go back to that and be cold. Or, God, I don't see the problem with going to church on Sunday or going to church on Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, doing all this, praising, worshiping, but still having my sins, my hidden sins under that rug, and you're cool with that rug being like this and here flat on some places but high. I got a little hill right here, I got a mountain right here. You don't mind that mountain right there, right? You're not gonna ever tell me to pick up that rug and sweep that big old mountain off, that dust from under there, that dirt from under there, are you? Right? Because I don't want to, I don't desire to, I'm not doing that. So I hope you're cool with that. I hope you're cool with me going, serving you and going to church on Sunday, but getting drunk Saturday night, or getting lit Saturday night, shaking my butt, or having sex with this girl, or having sex with this dude, or doing this, being promiscuous, fornicating, sinning against my body, right? Having sex toys. Being on drugs, popping pills, or whatever, not being sober-minded. There's a difference between medication, CBD, or a little bit of prescription for that time, just to regulate yourself or whatever, versus you smoke and keep taking back, you trying to get out of yourself. And you're allowing the spirits and demons to have a gateway into your life. It's a very big difference. Right? Point is, what are you choosing? Who is your first love? Are you a lover of God, or are you a lover of pleasure? No fornicator, no idolater, no murderer, no liar, no extortioner, no reviler, no mocker, no scoffer is entering the kingdom. Right? So it's best to repent, ask for forgiveness, and to be baptized in Jesus Christ's name. and to be made a new creation, and to turn from those ways and let God work on you daily. Daily. It's a daily walk. It's a daily confession. It's a daily repetition. I hope this encourages someone to pick up a Bible. I hope this encourages someone to pledge their faith and pledge their walk with God, to come out of New Age, to come out of magic and spell casting, spell casting, incantations and enchantments and divination, astrology and numerology and witchcraft and all these other things that are not of God, divination, horoscopes, zodiac signs, those little chains and necklaces, the Buddha necklaces and the little blue necklaces and all that, removing the bad energies and burning sage, allowing demons to come in. Open it. I hope this encourages someone to read the Bible and to know God for themselves, to study to show your self-approval, to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, because Avery can only, show you and push you to God. That's all Avery can do. Avery cannot serve God for you. Avery cannot get you into heaven. Avery can lead and guide you and show you to righteousness, but Avery cannot make you walk in righteousness. Avery cannot make you get into the kingdom. You have free will. You're not getting in off my coattail, and I'm not getting in off yours. You're not getting in off my coattail, and I'm not getting in off yours. I can't answer for your sins. I can't answer for any sins that the prophets committed. I can't answer for any sins that anybody else on this earth committed. I'm only answering for me. To my knowledge, I got to give an account for the good and bad done in my body. I got to give an account for me, my intentions of the heart, what I've done on this earth, good, bad, and ugly. I have rewards. You have rewards. What are your rewards going to be? Is it going to be, well done, my good and faithful servant, my friend, my beloved, welcome in, enter into paradise? Or is it going to be, get thou before me, you worker of iniquity? I don't know you. I never knew you. Which one is it going to be? Will you be with the elect one, with the Most High, and the elect one, with the righteous one, and the Messiah, and the angels, and the believers in eternity and in paradise? Or will you be with the mockers and the scoffers and the false prophet and the demons and the spirits and the sirens and all those people who rejected God? Will you be burning in the lake of fire? How important is it? How important is your salvation? How important is the life to come? How important is that to you? You weren't just put on this earth for no reason. You have a purpose. You have a purpose. So, walk in purpose. Walk in purpose. Don't let nobody turn you or change you or deviate you from your purpose. Let no one change you or deviate you or get you away from your purpose. If you sip and lean, make sure it's because you sick or you got mucus in your body and you need to get it out. You got a cough or your chest been on fire. Feel like you've been getting stabbed, and you need something in your system to get it out. You need, first of all, you need prayer. You need prayer and deliverance. And then secondly, take lemon and honey and ginger ale, elderberries, sea moss, right? Lime, citrus, orange juice, Sprite. But like for me, when I've been prescribed promethazine at one point in my life, right? It's not me being I'm with the culture. I'm on lean. No. Now I may have been like, when I did do it, when I was sick, I took it, right? And I took it, and I ain't gonna lie, it's as advertised. It makes you sleepy. You go to sleep, wake up, you feeling clear as a whistle. You feel me? But when you're doing it, oh, I gotta pour me a 2. I gotta pour me a 4. I gotta pour me an 8. Trying to look like somebody, trying to copy or replicate somebody, or just trying to get high just to get high. That's error, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I need a double cut right now. I need to, I used to take breathing. This neither here nor there. I'm gonna share this. I used to take. I was prescribed with asthma-like symptoms. Right. I done had inhalers all my life. I done been on a nebulizer machine going to the doctor, on that nasty, stanky machine with all the smoke coming out and you breathing in and out that air, and it's like you don't feel that mucus going. It's just your chest kind of cleared up. But that mucus is what you're eating. What you're eating matters. If you're eating those fatty, fried, processed foods all the time, pork and all that other crap, you're going to have a lot of mucus, bro. So what you're eating, what you're intaking, you're exercising. It's important. Exercise. 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 And it's like, I'm getting older, and it's like, man, they banned marijuana in like the 1930s. And it's like, now it's become legalized in certain states. They got 18-year-olds making millions of dollars, and then they got people that's in jail for 25, 30 years. And too much THC isn't good for you, but a good amount of a decent amount of THC and a portion of CBD, it could actually, they got people that are in some type of chronic pain. First off, I say prayer first. But there's certain remedies, that herbs that'll fix the body that you're supposed to put into your body. So I'm not judging anybody that's doing prescriptions or taking prescriptions as it's prescribed to you and as it's your dosage, but do not be someone that is getting high or being a drunkard, being in drunkenness, being in not having a sober mind. Do not be someone that's not sober minded. That's what I'll say. I know I'm talking about a lot. I'm saying a lot, right? But I just hope that it brings clarity to somebody who's watching this. I hope that it brings you closer to God. I don't know, this is like the third or fourth time that I said I was going to end this video. I'm going to end it now because it's my time to go. I got to get out of here. You did. God bless you. I'm out.